What's up, everybody? Back again, back at it. I am John, host for Ninja Podcast. What's up? What's up? My ninjutsu community, folks who listen in, my comic friends, the ninjutsu fantasy fanatics, everybody and anybody who comes at it. And then as well, our especially the special listeners. I actually picked out this metal jam for you guys. I know you guys love metal, so have some metal. Ram that down your throat. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I like listening to the metal. Anyway, guys, so great show here. Adam Mckinely, everybody is joining me here. Adam, welcome on, brother.
What's up, buddy? How are you doing?
Doing fantastic, man. Now, disturbed as well, bro. Like some of the stuff you've been telling me, dude. I'm just kind of like, oh, bro. So I guess I should throw this out, guys. Listeners, real quick. What Adam and what we have here. This from here on out. This could be. I don't know, guys. I want to say discretion. You know, like it could be bad. It could be vulgar. Or some filth and disgust. Really, actually, I'm going to be real honest with you. Some terrible shit. Some stupid, terrible shit that just should not happen. Those sorts of things, unfortunately, are going to be part of today's conversation. So if you're kind of lighthearted, light listening, don't really dig that shit, I encourage you, go listen to something happy, something delightful. Because this is war in hell right here. Adam, I'm gonna throw it over to you a little bit. You've kind of been giving me the next step. What's been going on out here? It feels like we've kind of been just at this. It's monotonous. I know you and I both talked about that earlier, where it's just we feel like we're going at it. We have our cause, but why does it seem like these crusaders are just full of shit and idiots? And I use that term crusaders. I think that's going to bounce around tonight a lot. So I throw it over to you, dude. Give us a little bit of fill on what's about to take place here tonight, and we'll kick this bitch off, dude.
Well, I have spent the last 2 days online kind of doing some research on our good friends there over at the BSMA. And, I'm not really apt to doing a lot of research on people, but when I do, I definitely have my reasons. And there are those times where I just so happen to come onto very juicy information, and this is one of those times.
Word. Look, there's no beating around the bush. A lot of these dudes who kind of frequent the BSMA conversations and those folks around, we talked about this earlier. It seems like each one of them has their own little thing happening, like their own little vendetta, or like a few people that they've kind of selected in the martial arts to go after. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Like it looks like Dale Dipshit and Grace, go after the same people. Looks like they kind of stick to their own little. It's like the Justice League of morons,
bro. Like, it is. It's like a fucked up, weird ass Justice League of dipshittery. Bro, yes.
Have you ever seen Mystery Men? That's straight up. They are, bro. They are like it's just disgusting. But anyway, research on some of these individuals, I came across some information that was just ghastly, bro. It's not something I expected to find, especially coming from our buddies over there at the BSMA, and how hard they like to crusade against those that.
Well, there's that word. Let's talk about that, because what do they crusade against? What is the crusade? It's
apparently
lay it out.
Apparently the crusade is none other than Don Rowley leading his noble knights into destruction and damnation as they take down and single-handedly put behind bars all of the child molesters and pedophiles out there.
But it used to be in the martial arts, but dude, anymore, even people within their own circles are asking, like, what does this have to do with martial arts? You're talking about a teacher who's a pedo in Maine, or you're talking about, this person who did something fucking atrocious and had child porn, or, there's weird shit like that. Now, look, crime is crime, and shitbags are shitbags. So don't be fucking doing fucked up shit. Leave the fucking kids alone. Stop fucking around. I'm gonna say this. Crime is crime, dude, and I think that shit's disgusting. So I think first off, I want to lay out that it's like, if somebody's out there honestly trying to tackle the problems that may exist within martial arts communities or close-knit action sports communities of various natures, to ensure that coaches are trustworthy, memberships and staff members are trustworthy, and that people that you expose your children to, even perhaps, are I guess I want to say at least respected, or I'm sorry, I want to say investigated enough, at least to the point to to get the job. There's at least some sort of initial background of sorts. There's got to be something, I feel like, but martial arts is a tricky area, because that's where a lot of certified people can kind of fall into the ranks. So look, I'm gonna say this, and I'll even kind of give them that credit, that it can be a problem if you're looking for it. Absolutely, if you're looking for it, you'll probably find it somewhere. But to say, though, that what you're doing is going through and exposing people, unless they are legitimately 100% guilty of the crime and it's founded and it's tried and they're prosecuted, you are only throwing opinions. And those opinions can come to be, can kind of come to almost be what can be almost the worst case scenario for some who have found discredit. That they keep getting slapped around with these titles like pedophile supporter and weird shit like that. Nobody says those types of things, even in the communities where they are meant to tackle this thing and get rid of this problem. Even those truthful, honest communities, they don't speak like that. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
It sounds like a sick obsession, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
When I hear people like Rolly talking about this, like, Rolly's really, really interested in this whole, like, crusade against child pedophiles and shit. Dude. And look, man, I'm absolutely 100% with the fallout of these types of individuals. They're sick, and I absolutely 100% support people going after them.
Yeah, I would never have a problem with that. I do not have a problem with that. But yeah.
Not at all. But in this case, like in this individual case, we have somebody that's shown a massive obsession with it. And this obsession obviously fuels and stems from a personal situation or a personal vendetta that he had. And I've said this once, and I've said this twice, and I've said this 3 times. Again, like you were talking about examples and opinions, it is my opinion that Don Rolly was behind the sexual crime that was committed within the Bougie. It is my opinion that Don Rolly did kill his father. Those are opinions. When we're talking about opinions, I definitely can't say for sure Don Rolly did those things. I can tell you I absolutely believe them. I don't have credible proof. I don't have something that's finite to show you guys. I can only put the evidence together and talk to the people I've talked to.
Right. Yeah. You're looking at what's out there and kind of following what you feel to be your gut instinct. Is that
right?
Yeah.
Now, but what with this new information that I have, it is absolutely finite. There is absolute proof behind what we're about to speak about tonight, and it is god awful and horrific, and coming from none other than one of the top individuals over at the BSMA. And one of these individuals we're about to speak about, there's a lot of people out there that's had a lot of grievances with this guy. He's definitely shown to be quite a pile of shit, in my opinion. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. And unfortunately, no matter how they try to backstep tonight, what I'm about to give to the public is it's irrefutable.
All right.
It did happen, and it did indeed take place, and there was some warrants issued, and there was some arrests made, and indeed some charges that were filed. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. Now, you told me that you had a talk earlier with Graysmith. Can you kind of touch down on that before I get started?
No, absolutely, yeah. So look, in light of this and kind of what you had foreshadowed with me, I thought that it would be a good idea to reach out, because in a weird way, I have somewhat of a rapport with Gerald Graysmith. Now, I wouldn't call it a good rapport nor bad. It's just that in many ways, him and I have been able to at least communicate to one another civilly. And so I'm not gonna lie, I've had him blocked for a while just because he had been messaging me and reaching out to me and saying weird stuff like, I might just investigate you and all this weird shit. And it was very off-putting and stalkerish and creepy. And while at the same time, a lot of these guys out there kind of in the same field, I'm getting hit up by many people. So I blocked a number of people. But, dude, I felt it necessary. I did. I unblocked them. I fucking reached out to them. I messaged them, and I just said, hey, Gerald, look, I've got information that's soon, you know, I come across this. It's going to go public soon. You know, I mean, it's something to talk about here, obviously, you know, what's up. And I said, you know, and it kind of involves your friend. And Nick, you gave me a name, and I kind of expressed that name to him. And he didn't really seem to be off-put by it. Definitely didn't, you know, throw off any signals that what I'm saying is totally absurd or anything. But kind of made the statement that this is almost something that's been laid out as a trap. Like this is some kind of a trap that we're about to fall into. So I'm going to tell listeners now, if I don't know what kind of trap this is, but if this is like a trap where it's like somebody's going to find this and talk about this is a weird fucking trap. I don't know what kind of fucking trap this is.
I can tell you, if this is a trap, it's the stupidest fucking trap I've ever seen in my life. I mean, yes. There's nothing behind it that's, you know, finite or holding it down as being something substantial or significant. I can tell you right now that these are all facts. These are all cold hard facts. Again, I will give out a little bit of information on where I retrieved this so that other people can indeed go look it up for themselves. Again, if you have a computer or a device or a tablet or a phone, it doesn't matter what you have, you can find this information. It is available.
Yeah.
You just to look up the names, and you need to do a little bit of research.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. No, go ahead.
But in this case, I just wanted to come out and start talking about this crazy story about a man named Cayce Lancaster. Okay, so I've never heard the name Cayce Lancaster in my life before.
Now that's the name that I gave Gerald when talking with him, because you gave me that name, and I said I heard a few things about Cayce. Very specific spelling too that you gave me.
Sure.
And yeah, so go ahead, because he knows who it is.
So basically, I did some reverse searching on some of Gerald Graysmith's emails. Okay, so if you go to Gerald Graysmith's profile, he has two emails available. He has an email up top at the top of this page, and he has an email that's kind of centered somewhere in the middle. Okay, and I don't know why, but I didn't go with the one that I could just kind of directly see. I kind of searched up top, and I went to this other one. Okay, and so we did some reverse searching. It's something that, you know, people do. Like, you can reverse search people's email addresses. Basically, you can reverse search where people have come from, or where they're you know, logging in from, or whatever. It's just It's not hard to do. It's actually fairly easy. You need to know how to do it. So one thing that was very, very interesting to me, okay, and remember, I don't know who Cayce Lancaster is. I've never ever heard his name before. 2 days ago, I knew nothing about this man.
Sure.
So upon doing the reverse searches on Gerald Graysmith's emails, I at some point in this conversation, I will give out the email. But anyway, I went ahead and I did the reverse search, and I came to a man named Cayce Lancaster, which was this man that's heavily involved in the martial arts, which number one was like, okay, you know, I just did a reverse search on your email and it came directly to this man. So I'm going to assume at this point that I have you know, because it is your email and I can clearly see where you're coming from. And so I'm sitting there, man, and I'm reading about this guy, and I'm going online and I'm reading about this Cayce Lancaster, and I'm looking at pictures of his dumb fucking 55-year-old ass, or however old he is, and he looks like a total fucking schmuck, little fucking wannabe karate dick sucker. But anyway, I'm going on, and I'm looking, and I see that all of a sudden there's all these massive battles online going on between Cayce Lancaster and David Richardson, and they're talking about, you know, the fights that are very similar to the effects that Gerald Graysmith is talking about publicly. So it's strange. It's like I'm going back and forth between Gerald complaining online, and I'm going back and forth between him and Cayce, and I'm just seeing these huge just nuances that are just so similar in the way that they're arguing and the things that they're talking about.
Well, again, bro, you've explained, and for listeners, and you know, this is part of what Adam does is, you know, skip tracing and kind of following along with folks' addiction. Something we've talked about a lot. You know, with that, you're kind of trained in this area. I shouldn't say kind of. You are trained in this area. So when you see these similarities, that's what started kind of tripping this for you, isn't it? It's seeing.
Well,
that
it
similarity.
It did. Now, here's the thing. Upon looking further into this, I did, however, find out that there had been people in the past that had issues with Cayce and that were saying that Cayce was indeed Gerald Graysmith, or at least one of the Gerald Graysmiths.
That's the thing. Yes, because even the
and so
Gerald
other
today
people
claimed that there are several.
Right. What's really interesting is, again, I knew nothing about this fucking person and I've never heard his name. But upon doing reverse searches on his email, Gerald Graysmith's, I came to Cayce. So this person's arguing with the same people that Gerald Graysmith Smith is arguing with. I mean, it's just this going on back and forth, and it's just so similar. And I can't help but, again, look at the similarities, and I'm kind of putting things together. So I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do kind of a really, really good search on his criminal background, on Cayce Lancaster's background.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
At this point, there's no doubt in my mind that Gerald Graysmith was at one point or may still be Cayce Lancaster. Okay, so I go ahead and I do this research on Cayce Lancaster, and one thing that I noticed is it was a lot harder to do than it is usually. Like, it's usually a lot easier for me to find people with the kind of programs that I use and the kind of, like shortcuts that I use and stuff. But I noticed that it was kind of really hard for me to kind of find stuff about him. And so, upon searching, I found that Cayce Lancaster had been convicted and had charges filed against him for prohibited sexual and porno conduct C. Now, upon seeing this, I was disgusted because I'm not again, I know my facts. I do this every single day. I work with local police departments. I do this. The police have come to me in the past so that I can actually track people for them. So upon doing this, I know exactly things that I can't entail in this conversation because that would be doxing and talking about, personal things of that nature. But I can tell you that this Cayce Lancaster has not only one warrant that was issued for his arrest, he had 3 different warrants that were issued under the same crime, prohibited sexual porno conduct C.
Do you have what that lines out at? I mean, what? So, I mean, it sounds disgusting as fuck. Yeah, but what exactly is that, dude? Because that's a legal definition there.
I went ahead for the ninjutsu public, and I went ahead and I got a hold of some friends in Tennessee that were able to give me the codes and the titles and what they entailed and what they meant.
Oh, there you go.
So for the crimes that Cayce Lancaster committed, which would be a 574204 prohibited sexual or pornographic conduct enforcement. Okay, yeah. So these are the actions that are permitted or entailed. Okay. Acts or simulated acts of sexual intercourse, masturbation, sodomy, bestiality, oral copulation, flagellation, or any sexual acts which are prohibited by law. Any person being touched, caressed, or fondled on the breast, buttocks, anus, or genitals. Scenes wherein a person displays the vulva or the anus or the genitals, or scenes wherein artificial devices or inanimate objects are employed to depict, or drawings are employed to portray any of the prohibited activities described above. Okay,
shit, that's
so
thorough.
upon reading this, okay, and
yeah.
Again, I'm not gonna.
That's hard to read, dude. Yeah, that's hard to. Yeah. I'm with you.
I'll break it down in layman's for you. Whatever this crime entailed, it was so bad that 3 warrants were issued for Cayce Lancaster's arrest. Okay, and he did indeed do time. I don't know how much time he did. I will be able to confirm without a doubt tomorrow how much time he did. What I love about this situation most is Gerald Graysmith is sitting there right now and he's going, well, people have said that I'm Cayce Lancaster before, and I just get out of it by telling that I'm not Cayce Lancaster. And I have people like Don that are going, oh, well, big deal, they have it wrong. But I have some news for you guys. Whether or not I'm right about this being Gerald Graysmith, you fucking assholes associated with a fucking sexual deviant.
Dude, yeah.
And that
the exact thing that they fucking claim non-stop to be against.
Let me reiterate. Yeah. Acts or simulated acts of sexual intercourse, masturbation, sodomy, bestiality, oral copulation, flagellation, or any sexual acts which are prohibited by law. Now, that is what the 574204 entails. That's not what I'm saying. That's what this is saying, okay? Yeah. And so I want people to hear me out. This is not a situation where I'm like, oh yeah, I believe Don killed his father. Cayce Lancaster, a man that is associated heavily with the BSMA, a man that is aligned with Don Rowley, a man that is aligned with Dale Dugas, and a man that is indeed, at one point, one of the Gerald Graysmiths, the stupid fucks, literally was convicted of sexual crimes. This is coming from the same people that crusade against people all fucking day long and have nothing better to do than to talk about it and try to convince people that they indeed put these people behind bars. My fucking question to Don Rowley, to Dale Dugas, and all you fucking deadbeat motherfuckers over at the BSMA is, why the fuck are you guys aligned yourself with a fucking sexual pile of shit? Why the fuck are you going after people when you guys are sitting there and associating with a fucking goddamn
you fucking got one at the fucking dinner table. Yeah.
You know what? Talking about fucking Ron Collins and all these people all fucking day long, and it just so happens that fucking Gerald Graysmith, a.k.a. Cayce Lancaster, the fucking pile of shit, was actually convicted of these crimes. Now, these aren't crimes that I'm making up. These are absolutely available to people. You can go ahead and look in Tennessee. This is where the crimes were committed. There was files charged. You can go ahead and look up the name Cayce Lancaster. He also has a driving under the influence charge, which came up. So you'll be able to go ahead and see his mugshot. That indeed was one of the Gerald Graysmiths. Now, upon doing further research, I found out that it just so happens that sexual pile of shit here has a nephew that lives not only 35 minutes away from Mr. Rowley in Colorado Springs.
Really? So this is like the nephew of Lancaster.
So let me start from the beginning and let me start fresh.
Well, yeah.
I didn't know Cayce I didn't know Cayce Lancaster, but I knew Gerald Graysmith.
Right.
Did the reverse email, found Cayce Lancaster, and found that he was doing the same shit that Graysmith was doing. Upon looking further into him, I found out that he was a sexual deviant. Upon looking further into his relatives and all the other people in his life, I found out that indeed he has a relative, a nephew, that literally moved and lived not only 40 minutes away from Don Rowley in Colorado Springs. It just so happened, and he just moved back to Mississippi, I believe. They're originally from Mississippi, but again, a lot of this happened in Tennessee, and they have some relatives in Tennessee. But I find that awfully fucking suspicious that this guy that I did not know, that supposedly isn't Gerald Graysmith, just so happens to have a fucking nephew that lives that fucking close to Mr. Douche.
Mr. Douche. Bro, look, here's the other thing, too. Again, with that, what then would there be? I mean, it sounds like if they're close, Gerald and Don know each other pretty fucking well. We're thinking if Gerald's got family in the area...
Really They've gone through really, really like fine lines and trying to kind of like act like they're not related. So nobody ever would have known that Cayce Lancaster had a relation to Gerald Graysmith unless one of these people in the past hadn't said something. Okay. But now that was his way of trying to get past it. So just recently, I believe it was like 2020, the one Graysmith actually kind of gave over his job and laid it over like he's the fucking Dread Pirate Roberts from fucking Princess Bride.
I had seen all that. So look, to kind of bring people up too, this Gerald Graysmith, I had seen where it was like, I'm taking over the mask now. I am the new Gerald. I'm going to be changing things up. He's been fucking around on TikTok and playing around on his laptop and doing images, and it looks like he's like a younger hip dude having fun with the whole idea.
Sure.
At least that's what it's meant to be. Now, I'm gonna add to this a little bit. Well, actually, let me let you keep going, and then I'll tell folks about what happened after I messaged Gerald.
Sure. So basically, upon looking further into it, it became my assumption at that point. And again, this right here is not a fact, but this is my assumption from placing everything together, that it indeed is like a family business, that these douchebags actually try to like hand it down like it's something prestigious and like royal.
Yeah.
And so in my opinion, there is that obvious potential that Gerald Graysmith is indeed Cayce Lancaster, and Cayce Lancaster is still acting as that. But there's also a strong kind of lead to believe that this nephew was kind of given the reins. Now, one thing that you had brought up that's really interesting is the Gerald Graysmith before, as far as his personality, because again, I did a lot of searching. I went back years and years and looked at all this stupid shit that these people have been posting.
Yeah, they post some stupid shit, dude.
These people, but they don't think that people are going to go back 10 fucking.
Right.
You know? So, but this is the thing, like, they're posting shit, and it's like, it's not what this new Gerald Graysmith is really posting. And if you look at the pictures, one thing that I also do is profiling. Now, obviously, I can't look at the new stupid profile picture that Graysmith has up because it did recently change. But one of the things that I can tell you is there's a difference in the features of the face, okay? And if you look at the face, if you look at the picture, because obviously these dumbasses can't stop us from just, you know, coming from the internet and looking at BSMA and seeing them, you know, comment on everything there is to fucking do with
well,
us.
they comment publicly. They want it. They want the attention secretly.
Oh, well, and I'm giving it to them.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
this
absolutely.
is the attention.
That's what I'm
Gerald
saying. They
Graysmith.
act like this is a thing, but I'm like, bro, you guys are shitting your pants right now with your notebooks. And I mean, they've said to us literally that they get notebooks ready. That to me, I mean, bro, if I'm not interested in something, I don't have a fucking notebook. Let me tell you that.
Well, here's what's crazy. Here's what's really crazy about this whole situation here is, you know, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this, and I look further into Cayce Lancaster, and I find that Cayce Lancaster's got like several different fucking profiles, bro, spread across all platforms. He's got some Instagram ones, he's got Facebook ones, he's probably got fucking TikTok ones, and he's been doing the shit talk, bro, for years, bro.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
I can look back, but check this shit out. Right around the time that Cayce Lancaster got in trouble for this crime, he just stopped out of the fucking blue, dude, like no fucking rhyme or reason, at least publicly nobody knew, that this guy out of the blue, after talking, he's such a fucking dipshit, the guy can do nothing but talk, he just stops for no fucking reason. And like 5 years go by, bro, and like
That's
there's no talking, dude, like there's no commenting from this douchebag, like there's no nothing, dude, there's just little to nothing.
For how long?
Now, for like 5 years, bro. Like, there's this stint where,
come on,
bro, like,
right?
bro,
where have you been 5 years? Oh,
dude, like for like 5 years after fucking doing nothing but shit talking off.
it's a pretty round number.
Yes,
Sounds like
bro.
a jail sentence.
Oh, dude,
sounds
well,
like
that's
maybe
kind of
it
what
kind of has the
that's
feel.
what I pieced
Where you
together.
been for 5 years? Oh,
but it's obvious that it's kind of pieced together.
Yeah.
But at this point, I'm just like, dude, like, how the fuck can these people actually sit there and call themselves heroes
bro.
and crusaders when
In my
they're
spare
fucking
time.
aligned with a man
Right.
that was involved in the sexual crimes that I just listed? And again, I urge people to look up the name Cayce Lancaster. I urge them to look it up and see his affiliation with martial arts. Now, he went out of his way, like I was saying earlier, he went out of his way to try to act like he wasn't aligned with Roland, like him personally. But he didn't go out of his way to show that he wasn't aligned with Dugas, because he is the bearded fat fuck man.
Yo, Dugas and him, I have seen kind of with each other. Like, I swear that the old profile for Gerald before the switch went with Dale to go, I guess, dojo storm. I don't know what you'd call it, but there's a video where they walk into the dojo of Brett Gordon, who's like an Aikido, Hapkido, ninjutsu guy, something or other. I don't know. And he does stuff. And they walked in and he handed him a letter, and that letter was is like a, you know, like a waiver, like a release form to be able to fight. And they were gonna have a fight, yada yada. But over the shoulder in filming was the profile of Gerald Graysmith. So I'm going to be honest with you, bro. When I first came across Gerald Graysmith, I figured that Gerald Graysmith was Dale Dugas. Like, that to me, like, made more sense than anything.
He's a fucking oaky, fucking outback, fucking Southern Distillery motherfucker.
So, okay.
Dude. Have you ever heard this guy talk? He sounds like a fucking douchebag. I swear to God, I feel like I'm watching Deliverance and I'm fucking Burt Reynolds, dude. Like, are you kidding me?
Right. Right. So that's what I'm saying too, bro, because all right, hang on. You got me with this Deliverance shit, because that's...
Bro, that's what he sounds like. He's like, hey, boy, squeal like a pig, boy. Squeal like a pig.
I don't think I want some lawnmowers out back. I'm sorry. Okay, hang on, bro. Let me do this. You ripping the bong? Or, they say that you rip bongs while you talk to me on podcasts.
That's crazy. I kind of wish, like, I was thinking about it the other day. Like, I was like, Rolly said I hit a bong. I should really get
ripping
one.
the bong.
Like, I haven't had a bong.
We
since
have
I
them
was,
noises
like,
in the background. I can't. What's your bet? Like,
I'm hitting up like fatty water pipes.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, this gives you that noise. I'm hitting these fucking hitter rods. Taste like ass. That's a Midwestern thing. We say shit like bats and onesies and hitter rods. But it's basically just very small amount. Very like almost like the most, like if you were to give this amount of like flour or bud to somebody and be like, here, put that in your pipe, they'd laugh at you. Like that's the size of it's like a dust speck. And we put that in the end of a metal thing and go for it. And like, because we're rednecks, and I guess that's like I guess it's a conservative at its heart, but not in the political sense. It's just, I want this to last forever. But anyway, speaking of that, speaking of the language, hey, I want this to last forever. Okay, so look. I messaged Graysmith, and again, like I said, he's always cordial with me. He's always chill, so we're talking. And I'm like, bro, I know the shit. What do you think? And he's like, haha, what you think you know, you're going to fall into a trap. Tell Mooney that, or tell Adam Mooney said, hey, and Paul thinks this is hilarious, and just like all this weird shit. Not Paul, but something like just all this weird shit. And I'm like, what? Okay. And he's like, listen to this Bryce thing and read the blog, and it's all been debunked. And I'm like, well, I haven't even told you what I'm going to say yet. All I've said is the name Cayce. I've just said, hey, I've heard about this case. Is there anything you want to tell me before it goes public? Then you can just listen for yourself, kind of thing. Now, I don't really like. And again, I told just like I told Gerald, and I mean, bro, I know that like we do a lot of this here on the podcast, but this is one of those things where it's like we grind at this because it's like a duty that we have to kind of put this out there for the community. It's the dirty side 100. Of what we really want to do. In ninjutsu, 100. I gotta be honest, it sucks, but it's like you can't have a clean home if you don't clean the toilets. Do you feel me?
Here's the thing. It's just desserts, bro, at this point.
I feel that.
Okay? Like, we're Americans and we talk about being American.
It's a balance of it's
just desserts, bro, and it's an eye for an eye. And again, what I think is really interesting is one man that has actually been potentially named for a sexual crime, Don Rowley, has actually been pointed fingers at for being a pedo. And now we have proof that the other man that he aligns himself with
is bro.
Not speculation. We have proof that he's enacted not once, not twice, but 3 times these crimes for the 3 different warrants that were issued for his arrest.
Dude,
now, bro, he was a paralegal. He was a paralegal at one time, and guess where he had to work when he couldn't work as a paralegal. He had to get a construction job. So let me ask you a question, bro.
Yeah.
If you work as a fucking paralegal, dude, and you fucking work in law, and you suddenly go to construction work from being a fucking paralegal,
that's
you
also
did
a
something
little sus.
Stupid, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You did something dumb. You did something stupid, and you're a douchebag. And now people are gonna find out.
Dude, well, again, it's the thing. If it's this association of characters, it's Gerald Graysmith, the investigator, the man who's gonna get behind the it's like,
he's
bro,
a shit investigator,
me,
bro.
Like, well, and that's the other thing. Like, so he doesn't strike me as terribly with it, like because he was talking about getting on TikTok and shit. Like it's like going to space. He's like, well, I guess I'll try this journey into TikTok and blast off. And it's like, what the fuck?
His rebuttal is Jimmy Mooney. Now, for people that have never seen Jimmy Mooney, I urge everybody to look Jimmy Mooney up. He's this other southern fucking pile of shit that thinks that he's a badass, that punches online and thinks that Jake Paul gives a fuck about him personally.
That's where the Paul
This guy
is
the biggest fucking douchebag.
Yes.
And he's known literally, like you could go online with or without my opinion, and you can find out that this guy has ducked fucking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people from just going into sanctioned like events, like going to street beefs or going to anything like that. Like, it took him fucking forever to do it, and then finally he found somebody and he paid that fucking guy off to throw the fight, and it's actually widely known. So this is what Mr. Paralegal does now, because it's not like he's a paralegal anymore. It's not like he can use the or entail the use of any of the tools that he had before.
No, now he's just a man with a drill.
Like, bro, like Jimmy Mooney, like anybody could find out I've had arguments with Jimmy Mooney, bro. Like, that's nothing, dude. Like, try again. Like, you are a shit fucking investigator. I challenge you, bro, right along with the county police that live right down the road. Like, I fucking challenge you. Like, you ain't shit. You're a little bitch. You're a sexual deviant that's now being totally I'm alerting the public to all these horrible travesties that you've been involved with. And now I guess the BSMA and all you fucking assholes and all you turds over there can figure out a way to, backpedal and get out of this, because I'm telling you right now, with or without your opinions, this shit's a fucking fact.
Bro, that's the thing that you brought in a lot. Like, we've had shows in the past where I've had people message me afterwards and they're like, yeah, you guys have a lot of opinions based off what you can find publicly, but, what is it that you're basing these off of? And there has been those arguments, and I fall short. There's times where it's like, I don't know, dude. I mean, we're going with, like Adam's going with the gut feeling. I got to back him on a lot of this just because it's like, it's so fucked up. But it's as far as this one goes, this is something where you've done the extra steps. There's the digging. There's it's just, you've dug up some shit, bro.
Let's just say this. Let's say that tonight he goes, oh, well, I've been associated with them. So you were associated with a sexual deviant. All of you guys were associated with a sexual deviant, is what you're saying. So whether or not he says and admits that he indeed is Cayce Lancaster himself, he's admitting that he associated with a fucking sexual deviant, which kind of closes the case on everything these fucking assholes do.
Well, bro, look, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier, where a lot of times it doesn't actually seem like the fight is being fought. It's rather the obsession is being broadcasted. So I don't see, like, there's a question that could be going on at this dojo, and kids have said that it's fucked up. We need to write letters of support to the mayor of this county to shut down this facility. That would make sense to me. I have seen one time where they, like, put a guy up, they put up links that you can have people removed if they have a record. They had proof that the dude had a record. They sent in the information. They got the guy off of Facebook.
Sure.
I want to say whoop-de shit, because anybody that knows, you're from backwoods nowhere and you got that fucking guy who's on Facebook again, people know that fucker shouldn't be on Facebook. They're going to say something. That's what that's for. That's what that's for.
Imagine being a drunk 55-year-old man and thinking that you got a victory out of the day because you got somebody taken off of Facebook.
Doing what anybody should do in that case. Right. Bro, I'm not going to pat on the back there. Yeah, that's where I don't pat on the back.
There is no pat on the back for him, bro. And, I love how he always tries to say that people stand in the way. Nobody's standing in the way. The only thing that's standing in the way is the truth now. And the truth is exactly what I said, and I'll say it again. 574204 is a prohibited sexual or pornographic conduct, okay? And that is exactly what Mr. Cayce Lancaster had 3 warrants, not 1, not 2, but 3 different warrants issued for his arrest, which means that 3 different times charges were filed. Ridiculous, bro. There is no more getting out of this. You can go ahead and say all you want that, oh, well, we're business partners. And I know you're fucking Cayce Lancaster, you stupid fuck. I have heard your stupid fucking voice. I know exactly who you are and that you douchebags like to hand down your stupid Graysmith investigations bullshit to your fucking nephews.
So
I know
who do you think that I... Okay, so look. I messaged the dude, and then after that I said, fuck it, I'm going to call the dude. Because you keep talking about his voice and shit. And I gotta be honest, bro. Look, when I called the dude, yeah, go for it.
Did he seem to you, whether or not he had a douchey Southern accent? Did he seem
that
to
was
you
the
like
first
he was an
thing.
older man?
That was the first, and I even said it to him. I said, "Wow, dude, you sound like you're from Kentucky or something around here." I said, you sound like people from around here, dude.
In the distillery, motherfucker.
I legit, because I mean, come on, there's big differences. You know, somebody picks up, hey, motherfucker, who is it? You know, calling my phone. You get a feel for maybe where that guy might be living in the country.
Yeah.
You know, so you pick up, hey, bro, who is this? You know, who the fuck you calling my fucking phone? You're gonna get a feel for where that is. You pick up, hey, you fucking douchebag, you fucking call me over here, you fucking Joe motherfucker. You know where you just called. If you pick
right.
Hey, who the fuck is this? Hello? Come on, goddammit, I ain't fucking my cousin, but I'll fuck you up right now. And it's like, that's
exactly what's up.
That's what it sounded like, bro.
Bro, it's the fist and foot way, bro. That's who we're fighting here.
Come on now, you won't have go around Gerald Graysmith. That's a little bit more Johnny Bravo.
But now Gerald Graysmith is a fucking sexual deviant.
So it's the name. It's the name, though. Why would anybody want to take on the name? So let's say he did hand it on to this dude that I talked to today, who sounds like could be the nephew that lived in Colorado Springs and then moved to what he says is Georgia, but what's looking like Tennessee.
That's Tyler.
Who?
His name is Tyler. Tyler.
Tyler. His name is Tyler.
Tyler.
Hey, Tyler.
It's not Cody. It's not Cody.
It's spelled
Lancaster.
Tiler.
Bro, Tyler,
that's a Masonic
like
thing.
Tyler.
Oh, Ty. Okay.
Yeah. So he just so happened to move on out towards Colorado Springs so that he could help out Don Rowley with more safety.
I just want to join Don Rowley out there at Colorado Springs Boots and Con, do my part, find a pedophile or two. I'm out here to hunt pedophiles online. Now, look, gee golly, I think maybe joining TikTok might be the way for me to go ahead, jump in here, find some new meat, some bones for me to grind. If you catch my meaning.
If you could see these pictures, like I'm gonna send you pictures of Cayce.
Now we know why he's on TikTok.
Douchebag, bro. Like this guy looks like a fucking douchebag. It looks like he was in Isshin Ryu karate, I think. I can't really tell by his patch. But goddamn does the guy look like the biggest fucking douche ever, bro. Definitely looks like a pedo. Definitely looks like somebody that would get in trouble for these sexual crimes. In one of these pictures, he's smiling, but in the mugshot, he's not smiling.
It's not so smiles. Bro, so look, you bring up a couple very valid questions, and that would be, first off, Don Rowley. Why do you have a Gerald Graysmith who could be associated with this, whether or not is or isn't, you know who this person is, you're around it.
Oh,
Why is it happening?
I urge Don Rowley to go online and fact check whether or not everything I'm saying is indeed true or not. So I urge every one of those bastards over there to go and fact check what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Cayce Lancaster was indeed charged with 3 separate warrants for his arrest, and he did indeed get a sentence. I don't know what the sentence is. I will know by tomorrow, and I will have confirmation of how long he did, if he did any time. What I can tell you for sure is that he absolutely was charged with a 57-4204, prohibited sexual or pornographic content.
Now, for people who don't understand why that code or why that would be particularly assigned to something, look, when you're an officer assigned to the specific call, in this case, if you're capable of placing the charge. So if you're in the position to be able to cite a charge, you can do so. I've cited several speeding tickets. I've cited crazy things like weapons possession, unlawful weapons possession, unlawful use of substance, etc., unlawful carrying of substance, etc. Tons of, and they all have a code attached to them. That penal code goes on record with the citation and allows the courts to know exactly what the code is of conduct or the thing unbecoming of this person that is being charged. So it's really straightforward shit. It's basically point blank. If someone's charged with it, then it falls within that, it falls inside of those specifications. Obviously, those specifications being read out are fucking insane and nasty and fucked up, and no one ever should really be giving, you know what I'm saying, like an extra opportunity to be fucking hanging around in their Facebook groups and fucking talking and doing weird fucking investigations and talking to me online. Even that I believe I've spoken to both this new one and the old one. It's tough because they want to play like it's so many people, but it sounds like the fake accounts are hiding from something that is troubling in their past, and it's in this case sexual deviance.
So here's one thing that I've had several, conversations with various different people from law enforcement about this is what is the best way if you are indeed a sexual predator or a person that's been in trouble for sexual crimes, what is the best way for you to not associate yourself with those crimes? Well, you would band together with people going after those people. And so then you would actually seem relevant. Now, this is actually something it actually has occurred. It's something that you can look up, and at times people have in weird situations gone through these things. Now, again, going back to this weird obsession, you have one man that I can prove was convicted of sexual crimes, and another man that's one of the number one pointed out people in a potential sexual crime within the Bougie. Both of these men crusade harder than almost anybody online with this, and yet one of them is an actual fucking 100% sexual pile of shit, and the other one's been
kind of wrapped up in the shit. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
and it just makes you wonder. It kind of makes sense that a person like Rolly would try to fucking just be so obsessive about it and talk about it over and over and over again.
Obsessive, absolute. It's fuck. Look, I've said that a number of times. I'm like, bro, this dude brings this type of shit up so much that it is disgusting. Like I can't
even have
deal
organizations,
with it.
Bro. There aren't even organizations out there. Like if I go to so I did this. So the police officer friend of mine and we actually looked this up, and so I went and I looked and at these various organizations, bro. Like this does not happen. Like they don't spend the time doing it in the way that he's doing it, and they definitely don't use the terminologies.
Right, nor do they do these attaching hashtags to bullshit.
Bro. So what's really interesting about this whole situation is it's obvious that there's some type of psychological weirdness going on, because it's so much to the point like that they have to say it. They have to talk about it. It has to be discussed. And they have to talk about victims. They have to talk about the people that have been hurt. They have to talk about the children. And look, again, I'm 100% with you. If you're really doing what's necessary to take care and to ensure that people are offline, that people are being taken care of in this nature. But if you yourself have been named as a potential source, and the fucking asshole you've associated with for the last fucking I don't know how many years has been proven now publicly, and anybody can fucking look me up on this or call me on my vouch.
Sure.
Dude, like what the fuck, bro? Like you guys don't have shit to say about fucking anybody.
That's
fucking Ron Collins,
I feel that.
Fucking dude, fucking Gerald Graysmith is sitting here, bro. I don't know about what Ron Collins did. I know he never committed a set. Like, I know he was, like, he tried to go on and he tried to, situate it. But what I can tell you is it straight up says here, and I'll say it again, a 57.4204, acts or simulated acts of sexual intercourse, masturbation, sodomy, bestiality, oral copulation, flagellation, or any sexual acts which are prohibited by law. Bro, I don't even have to read on.
Bro, yeah, no. Look, you're exactly right, because even Don Roley himself had to recently jump on and correct his little posse and be like, hey, guys, we got to get things right now, because remember, Ron Collins wasn't charged with a sexual crime now. And it's like, dude, here you are.
But here's the thing. But here you fucking 55-year-old fuck you fucking pile of shit, you fucking dirty fucking drunk fucking red-faced apple motherfucker. I'm telling you right now, and I'm making it public, all of you motherfuckers have associated yourself with a fucking sexual deviant.
Piece of shit.
Everything you do every single day of your lives going forward means nothing, because you have spent valuable time trying to associate yourselves with a sexual fucking pile of garbage.
Gnarly
you
fucker.
Can no longer argue it. There is no other rebuttal. Fuck all of you and enjoy the fallout.
Bro, for real, because look, everybody is sick of this shit. I watch it happen even in BSMA. They've outgrown giving a fuck about what Don, Budo Bob, his alter ego, Lourdes, which gets shared in by Budo Bob, the alter ego of the alter ego, and Dale, who associates with Gerald, all this shit. When they share their specifics and they go so detailed into this one thing and Dallas and this and that, Ron Collins, people are like, who is this? What is this? I don't even know what this
Nobody
is.
Fucking knows who it is, because
fucking knows
the 1,000
or cares.
people over there, The thousands of people over there are there to associate with martial arts. They don't care about their personal vendettas.
Yes.
Don
Yes.
created the stupid website so that him and his 5 fucking friends can sit and have circle jerks. And it's not fucking working anymore because nobody fucking cares.
Dude, they've
and
grown
now,
it over.
every fucking time that they fucking post something about Ron Collins, every fucking time that they post something about a sexual predator, every fucking time they talk about it and they fucking use their terminologies, those motherfuckers have to sit there and realize that they associated themselves with a fucking dirtball scumbag pile of shit.
They're having dinner with the motherfucker. It says to me one of those things, and this was kind of going to be my second question, you know, because it says to me, what is the whole trap that we were set to fall into? Like, is this like a fake made-up thing where they laid in place some warrants and put a person in place to like try and throw us off or throw everybody off? Why even do such a thing? Like, what's the catch?
If that's supposed to be his plan, I got all of this information from Tennessee authorities. So it's not something that he could have just made up, bro. I got this directly. These crimes actually were committed. This man that actually is involved. So check it out. There is no getting around the fact that I did a reverse search on his email. Police do it all the time. Like tracers do it all the time. It's something that I did. Dude. I don't utilize it usually because I don't have to, but in this case, because of who it is, I did. Yeah. Now, what's funny is it wasn't very fucking hard to find out who it was, and all I had to do was put the fucking puzzle pieces together. It just so happens it went to Cayce Lancaster, and this man's heavily involved with the martial arts, hates David Richardson, hates Dallas Weddingfield, and has been fighting with them over and over again, and is associated already with Gerald Graysmith himself. Bro, like, there was nothing to look at. Like, you'd have to be a fucking moron at this point not to be able to put the fucking puzzle together. So I just did that. Now, with or without me putting anything together, he's a fucking sexual deviant, period. So if you guys try to say, well, Gerald Graysmith isn't fucking Cayce Lancaster, I don't give a fuck because you guys have publicly aligned yourselves with a fucking sexual deviant.
Right, and what carries on, it's like, yo, the business and party work of, like, so let's say the new dude is like, let's say the new dude knew this, then what the fuck? Let's say the new dude didn't know this, then he should not want to carry on the mantle. He should be like, no, fuck that shit. I'm sure what we're going to hear back is, dude, I'm sure. Here's the thing.
Gerald Graysmith today in his comments, as he was obviously afraid publicly, where he goes, well, I know Mckinley's going to spin this. You guys can believe whatever you want. You are the public. You are very eligible enough to go on your own devices and look this up, as it is already made available to the public. With or without my opinion, you can look up Cayce Lancaster of Tennessee. You can look up these crimes, and all of that information comes spilling out once you do that. Everything's there for you. I don't have to do shit. As far as reverse emailing, the fact that I tried to reverse email Gerald Graysmith and came to Cayce Lancaster, which I know is bullshit when he says it's not him. I know it's fucking him. But the biggest fucking goddamn fiasco of this whole situation is the fact that those motherfuckers sit over there every day and try to claim victory when they have coerced and they've fucking sat there and they've aligned themselves with fucking monsters, sexual fucking predators, deviants, fucking horrible piles of shit, bro. And all I gotta say is, you're fucking welcome, Don.
Fucking A. Well, look. There's no doubt that, like, you know, we'll hear back, you know, because this is like the outlet. I had to laugh the other day because, you know, the Lourdes character, Lord Donis, said that, you know, it's so close, everything is defamation, libel, and all this shit. And I kind of had to laugh because I'm like, you know, that podcast has like 4 listens.
And you know what?
And you know who those 4 fucking people are? Is you fuckers. No one else gives a shit, dude.
Here's the thing. I went ahead and did my due diligence, and I went ahead and I got the case. Bryce Dallas, Chris Green, Jay Green, Patrick Thornton, Therese Clark, Jason Delaney versus Robert Scott Staples, Phil Farmer, William Turner, Cayce Shannon Lancaster, David Sims, Courtney Lane Vandershoff, Tom Whaley, Grace Threadway, Amanda Peel, John Lindsay. So this is the case that went against Gerald Graysmith. I went ahead and took it out, okay? And this was a man named Bryce Dallas. Bryce Dallas is now dead. I did not know Bryce Dallas.
He said that name to me today, Gerald Graysmith. I was like, who the fuck is Bryce? I don't even know who the fuck you're talking about. I'm like, I'm talking to you,
what's
dude.
funny is, what's hilarious is he's fucking trying to think that we're trying to link him to something to do with this, which I don't give a fuck. I'm sitting here laughing at this fucking court case because the whole thing was dismissed. They're all stupid fucks. I'm sorry, I just gotta say.
I think this shit's stupid too. No jury, no judge, no grand jury. Nothing is going to take anything seriously of this nature because it's such an in battle. It's not published for masses. That's the thing they forget. It's like it's published for rebuttals. Like they're the only people listening.
I absolutely push all of you fucking assholes over there to try to sue me. I absolutely hope that you want to bring this to a legal level. I'm counting on you fucking little piles of dumb.
That's the thing. Don's been playing that fiddle with me since like January. He because I was kind of like making a mock character of his. It pissed him off, and then he played like copycat games where it's like, well, I'm gonna make him say I'm stupid, and then he made me say I'm stupid by taking a picture of him in a bathrobe, saying to his friends, "Watch me make my stalker take a picture of himself in the bathrobe."
Fucking stupid.
I'm doing the copycat shit, so it's like
moron.
obviously I'm gonna do that. I mean, come on, I'm not gonna miss that opportunity. So he set the bait, he lays a trap, but it's like, sure, dude, that's the same type of shit that I did to my 4-year-old sister when I was 5 and she was copying me, and I'd be like, I'm an idiot, and then she'd be like, I'm an idiot. Oh, hey, fuck, you said fuck. So,
Bro,
but it was that. Bitch. It felt like that.
A little bitch that had to claim a victory because I didn't want to have an illegal stick fighting match.
And still going on about weird shit like that. Okay, look, let's do this. We'll take a quick break here, bro, and then we'll process this in. And I'll reach out to some folks and let them know that this is coming on the break, and then we'll come right back and we'll wrap this shit up. How about that?
Yep.
Word up. All right, folks. We're gonna take our quick break. Go get you a sandwich, and we'll be right back.
Tyler,
get your ass in there now. Get in the truck.
Tyler,
get in the truck, or I'm gonna get in the truck for you, son.
Squeal like a pig. Squeal.
Tyler. All right, everybody, back at it again. Great break, hanging out. Adam, welcome back in. Appreciate you, bro.
What's up, buddy?
So, quick break. So, look, I took a rip. I had to get my head in the right space. You threw a lot of shit into the mix and a lot of information at us. I kind of had to wrap my brain around it real quick because it's like you can't get around the fact that these guys have been associating now with a sexual deviant, the very thing that they claim to be the crusaders against.
100%. And there is no rebuttal. There is no them going public and saying, well, it didn't happen. It did indeed happen to Cayce Lancaster. And Cayce Lancaster indeed found when you do a reverse search.
There it is. Bro, though, there's always a fucking rebuttal with these guys. There's always something kind of a back. What do you predict, I guess? What do you think?
He's going to say, so what I think is going to happen is douchebag Graysmith with his southern accent is going to be like, well, I'm not Cayce Lancaster. I'm a totally different guy. That's not me. That's not who I am. And you frauds always talk about it over here. You know what? We're real. We're the real deal, and you guys are frauds. That's what he's going to say, bro. And he's going to try to convince the world that he wasn't. And my rebuttal to that is, it doesn't matter if you are or not. You all lined yourself with a sexual deviant, period. I can prove that. It has been proven. Everybody listening can prove it. If you don't believe me, you're welcome to look it up. It is well and ready and available. Again, this is a crime that did indeed occur. Again, I can tell you right now that, let's see here. Oh, he's a therapeutic massage, shiatsu, and wellness.
Oh, that's shit. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, he's a shiatsu.
Welcome in. I perform shiatsu massage. Have a seat right here.
Personal protection and legal assistance. Well, he can't do legal assistance anymore, can he?
That's so weird that he wants to be a shiatsu massage guy too. That's very touchy.
Bro.
Very
right, and he's got sexual crimes, and he's a shiatsu guy.
Shiatsu guy. Well, I learned shiatsu from my cousin who learned it from my uncle. Now, of course, now that'd be
It was
my dad's
passed down
brother.
from Graysmith to Graysmith. We've been touching each other since the 1800s.
Performing shiatsu massage since in performances never seen before by a regular public, only to an elite few folks to understand the truth behind
And bro,
shiatsu massage.
his middle name is Shannon. His middle name is Shannon. Why would you name your son after a girl's name? Shannon.
It kind of sounds like a country singer to me, bro. It's not like ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Shannon.
Something more. They expected something more.
They wanted more from a son. Well, I made my parents real sad and upset when they didn't become a doctor. They really wanted me to be one.
Well, you know what? I'm sure
not
that they're
a country
off.
musician. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? I'm sure that they're awfully proud of Tyler, because Tyler's doing real good. Tyler, just come home. He's coming home to Mississippi.
We got a county out here, Tyler County. Now, look, that's a funny thing because the whole name. I know like 50 different people around here named that. God, that is like kind of like a backwoods hillbilly. Tyler, get your sister. It's dinner time. Get on in here and get washed up in the wash tub.
Tyler,
bring
fuck
some
your brother
clean
and
water.
then get online and talk about frauds. Do it right now.
Get online, talk about frauds. Nah, do it now. That sounds actually more like my drill instructor. Well, they call them RDCs. And when I was in basic, and then it was Navy basic training. Isn't really. It's like I had a Russian kid that was in that class. Believe it or not, now is funny saying that, but yeah, there's a Russian kid in that class. But went through in this division, and he was a Russian kid. And he's like, this U.S. Navy boot camp is like Russian summer camp. I have been through. This is piss. I piss at this. And we're like, well, what you guys like? All of this I did this as children. This is a joke. And he was like, for real, that like our like Navy RDCs and just like we're bitches. And he said all this shit. But we had one that sounded exactly like that. Where he's like, do it now. All right now, go on there, get on here, give me 10 on floor mat. All right now, what? And that's when I got on the phone with this fucking dude. It was like I was getting told to get down, give me 20 now, Gerald Graysmith, hello. Kind of fucked me up. I shouldn't even give him that he does not a drill sergeant, just a redneck. But unfortunately, I had a redneck drill sergeant.
I'll tell you what, the secret's out there, fucking Gerald Graysmith, you dumb fuck. The secret is fucking out there, and it's alive and well. And you fuckers can hide all you want. You can try to fucking beat around the bush. No matter how you try to get out of this, you will never get out of the fact that you've all aligned yourselves with a sexual
hanging out with them. You're chilling with them. Look, they were giving us so much shit.
Heavily aligned, bro. Heavily aligned.
Anybody who comes along, any organization, anything, they're going to say something immediately. Like, if there's somebody who they find out could even be associated with that shit or even close, they're going to fucking attach every goddamn hashtag and shit like this to it and fucking tell everybody of their, 2,000 following in the group at that time. It's funny when I look at this because I look at what they actually have in followers. Like, look, it's hard to get Facebook followers. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I have 1,400 myself. Like, that is not a lot of followers on Facebook. But when you go and look at a lot of these dudes, most of them have like 500 or less. Like, it's really hard to amass over that. It can be very difficult. Because in my DJ days, I did well, but this martial arts shit, I've only added maybe. I think that extra 4 came from since I've switched to martial arts.
Here's the thing: people in the real martial arts world, people of worth, legitimacy, people that are actually known, people that have been, pressure checked, and people that have actually, been known as being legitimate martial artists. They don't consider people like Raleigh relevant.
No, not at all. Not at all. I've talked with so many people that dismiss that shit immediately. They don't even know why we talk about it. And I'm like, I thought it was funny because I had the same answer. I'm like, bro, again, if you're going to have a clean house, you got to clean the toilets. These motherfuckers, every once in a while, they just need some bleach sprayed around. It's like, it's like a porno lady. Well, in the porno that's, it's like they do anal bleaching. Even they know that there's some spots that need to be cleaned up a little bit. You feel me?
Well, and Don Roley's a fucking anal master.
We're just bleaching the anus, bro. We're trying.
Like, we were just talking about the anus, bro. Like, whose
interestingly
anus
enough,
touched?
interestingly enough, and that's what's sad and sick about that shit, bro, is that sometimes we're all fucking adults, and we'll cut some jokes that are fucking funny because we're dudes, and I like how they laughed when we said locker room talk and like compared us to Trump or whatever. It's one of those things where it's like, bro, we're dudes are gonna be dudes, people are gonna be people. You're gonna listen to media. You're gonna get people like I'm laid back. I'm chilling. I get the water in the smoke, and I don't care. And that's what you're getting out of us. So yeah, when you get some jokes or some shit, or we're cutting a joke, I talk about an anus. I mean like a full grown person. I like if we're talking about anything else. It disgusts me, and then it pisses me off because then I'm now mad that it's like I was trying to talk about awesome shit like porno and titties and America and American flag bikinis with boobies shaking in them, and then I flip over to another thing and you got some guy seeing some fucked up shit talking about kids and stupid fucking gnarly shit, and it just makes me wonder, like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why aren't you looking at muscle cars and talking about the babes and chilling the fuck out? Like, why are you obsessed with people who download kiddie porn? Like, why are you obsessed with them? Like tell me, answer to us why you're obsessed with this, because you're not catching anybody. There's no one. You're not catching anybody. You're hanging out with the people that do this shit. Yeah, hit it up, bro. I ran on. Yeah.
I won't. Again, I don't say this lightly because it's disgusting, and I'm sure that it's been only horrific for people that have had to go through it. I believe he's a victim of it. I believe he's a victim of sexual abuse.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe Don is a huge victim of sexual abuse. I believe it happened definitely more than once. One thing that I had to take this class.
So are you shaming him right now? Because that's what he's going to say you're doing.
No. So I am absolutely not shaming Don for this. I don't think that Don's a pile of shit for this. I think Don's an absolute pile of fuck, but not for this.
Okay.
What happened to Don is unspeakable. I want to reiterate that if that happened to him, I am very, very sorry that he had to. It
sucks. Yes. And I agree. That's a terrible thing. We're not here to bash, but look at the public.
In light of saying all this,
yes.
In light of saying all of this, I've never seen another person, and I've known other people that have been, again, that have gone through these sexual situations, and that have even probably been, again, I'm not going to try to say that I know, but maybe even had it more severe than Don did, that didn't try to constantly go on and on and on and on and on about it. The one thing that Don does, and again, I like I told you before, I had to take this class for like 6 weeks, and it's about like profiling and like, the different types of mannerisms people give out and the way that they socially hold themselves and if they have something to hide. And one thing that I found that was really interesting while watching those stupid ninjutsu videos that he put out, those stupid informational videos where everything he does is fucking garbage.
You can't look at the camera or speak the fuck up.
It's the way in which he held himself, and it was the way in which he presented himself. And one of the two things that really stood out to me was he was very effeminate. And I'm not going to say that I think that you're a horrible person if you're effeminate, but he seemed very, very effeminate, number one. He had his hands in his pockets, and he had a problem actually looking directly forward at the camera.
I've always noticed that. Like, if he's in his kitchen, he's fine, but it's like if he has anybody else around him or he's in a public setting, he'll look away and he like speaks to the person he's talking to, and now you can't even hear him on fucking camera. It's like, yo, idiot, talk to the fucking camera. Like, what, you're content creator, right?
And most of the time, the fucking idiot can't make a video that anybody can
I can never hear his shit anymore, bro. I can't. Like, and I'm so sick of coming out to the studio to maximize the volume to be like, well, just put it in because I got some shit here. But it's like, fuck all that.
He makes like 10-minute videos where you can't hear a fucking word. So if he's got a rebuttal, you're like, what? You're like trying to put your fucking ear next.
You're like right up to it on your phone. Like,
you can't.
Cringe.
And bro, other people in the BSMA have made comments. They're like, I can't hear this guy.
Yes, I don't like. What is he saying? I still think that one comment where it was like Bryan Cranston lay off the meth. That killed me. I was like, whoever that person is, that is fucking hilarious. And again, I'm gonna go back to that. That's something that we mentioned. A lot of the group now, when these people are posting, they're posting random shit that they're finding, what they're saying is they're like, this looks like bullshit martial arts to me. Like, look at this video of this guy doing all his bullshit. And you'll watch the video and
oh, Bryce Dallas, he sucks my balls. And and then you have Rolly talking about, oh, Ron Collins, he's a child pedophile.
Yes, I've exclusively profiled John Duvall, but I guess for the new people, I'll do it again. And I'm like, bro, you have another 1,000 people. They don't fucking care.
Can I say this publicly, too? Can I say this for Don? Hey, Don, the other day I saw how you mentioned that John was involved with that one guy. Well, I just want people to know now that for years you've been involved with a person that actually has sexual crimes against him.
Fucking A.
Right in your fucking face, you
right
drunk
up in your
shit.
Right up in
your shit. And, bro, I'm just waiting here. You go ahead, dude, and you fucking let me know when you want to be man enough to fucking face me in a ring, dude. Because after the information I heard tonight, I hate you just a little bit more.
There you go. A little bit more fuel for the fire, for the fight. That is an open invite for Don at any time. At any time.
Bring it, you fucking red apple face.
Yes, but again, it's, within reason, set location, public, streamable, well lit, an actual environment. We've talked about how it's not about the wooden weapons and the mixed martial arts problem. It's just coming into the public spectacle. Now, there needs to be medics on standby if somebody's going to take a boken across the face. Let's just put that out there.
Sure. Whatever he wants at this point. I have enough fucking fuel.
Yeah, they try and blame it on so many different things.
Absolutely put him through the most fucking pain he's ever been in his life if I get that potential. I want him to absolutely meet me in this battle. I'm tired of him trying to get around it. He makes comments to all of his stupid little fucking butt buddies about how, oh, he's a victor. He made the challenge. Nobody makes fucking sword challenges anymore. This isn't fucking 1502 feudal Japan, you fucking moron. This is fucking real life. This is how people fucking conduct themselves in these types of situations in modern times.
Jump in the ring and fight in a fashion. Can't even be a
fucking man. And now the fucking guy that has to fucking try to get out of every little fight has to explain to every one of the people, every one of his fucking followers, all the women, all the fucking people he stood up for, and all the children he saved. He gets to fucking tell every one of those fucking victims he brings up how he fucking sat and enabled and fucking associated with a goddamn fucking sexual predator deviant pile of fuck.
Dude.
You guys are fucking bullshit
as fuck. The name serves you guys right. I know a lot of folks jump into BSMA thinking, oh, this is going to be funny. I'm gonna see jokes and we're going to make fun of people who are doing shitty martial arts. But it's like, no, dude, the joke's on you. You're hanging out with weird ass fucking wannabe pedophiles.
And you know what?
I want to say this shit. Too. You're in a weird circle when you hang out there, dude.
You fuckers like to come to people's houses. Come to my fucking house. I fucking want you to come to my house. Bring all your fucking butt buddies, you little drunk fuck. Bring all your fucking friends. I want you to come to my little town in the fucking California woods and see what happens. I fucking beg you.
Bro, before recording tonight, we had somebody fucking, taking some rounds apparently, or, taking a couple pew-pews out in the front yard, which is and isn't really a cool thing. You could shoot in your yard if you have a well-established backdrop, but, backstop. But we all fucking know around here there's nobody with a good backstop well enough to be shooting whatever it is we're hearing. And you even heard it before the thing. I'm hearing this gunfire and shit outside. I'm thinking, holy fuck. When I hear shit like that here, it's not like, oh, I better go call 911. I go inside because first off, I know somebody's already called 911. Old lady has. But everybody's grabbing their rifles. Everybody's getting their shit. We're some backwoods people too. You know the deputy's out here doing circles going, all right now, who the fuck's the idiot? So in this case, it's like, yeah, show up and see what you get handed.
Bro, and show up, please fucking show up. Like, I fucking beg you, dude. I live in one of the marijuana capitals of the world. Please
there you go. Now you got even a reason to head out there.
Show up, bro. Like, Dugas, your fat fucking ass can come down here and fucking get some chief while you're here.
Go get some chief in,
fucking asses handed to you.
And then get in that fight that you want.
I don't give a fuck. You guys can bring that shit out here. If you guys think you're fucking tough guys and you guys want to see what happens to people, this ain't fucking.
That's what I'm saying. I'm always like, yo, dude, where's the action at? Where it's like, okay, you've got like 4 or 5 guys on that side. I know we got 4 or 5 guys on this side, bro. We could have some fucking wicked fights over time,
bro.
IANF against, and I'm saying in the long run, Some of us as IANF members, I mean, yeah, I know we're fucking a little rude and a little out there, but I mean, we're fucking Americans, bro. And in this case, it's like,
come to the Sierra Nevadas
come fuck
and
around. You know, that's what I don't get. I've kind of taken a few of the folks who are in the IANF and have said exactly that. It's like, yo, dude, if it gets to a point to where we can actually take this ninjutsu to the mat, or what we detail as to be our, in a sense, way of
we've
fist.
We've been calling
where is
their
this
dumbasses
at?
out.
That's what I'm saying.
Their dumbasses out
it's like, bro, yeah. Ever since the beginning, that's always kind of been the thought in the background. Is like, oh, and what'll else be great is like if they decide to go ahead and bring the heat. You know, we've got our establishment now.
If I'm a fraud, he has nothing to fear from me in a ring.
Bro.
If I'm truly a fraud and I don't have a background and I don't have a true lineage, he has nothing to fear from me in a ring.
Yeah, bro.
Why the fuck does he fear me? And then this is another thing that I wanted to point out.
Well, they say that we're just trying to make money. I should throw that out there.
Bro, I don't want any of the money.
You even said that you would give him the money.
I will give Don Roley all of the money. All of the money made. It goes to Don Roley. Fuck it. I don't even care.
Funny.
His
it's
drunk ass can buy a million bottles of whiskey after I beat him to a bloody pulp.
Well, IANF as it stands, I mean, already, and I'm going to let you get to your point, bro, but I'm going to say this. IANF has already folks in the ranks who we have already, kind of with us. Now, we have fighters. We have folks who are well versed. We have folks in IANF who have fight records that you can look up yourself that are associated with big names. Have family who have fought in UFC. Cool shit like that is really on the way with IANF. That's why a lot of the associations and the little contacts that I've made over time, I can't give two fucks in a shit about all these weird ninjas and their stupid shit, these Bujinkan fuckers. I don't give two fucks. Yeah. What I was trying to do all along was put it in kind of seal it for bigger and bigger and better, and get to that point like Alan Goldberg, running promotions and fucking doing the thing and getting out there. It's just
they're not talking about that at all.
It's just about networking,
They're not
bro.
talking about that at all. All they can talk about is how Adam didn't show up. Well, you motherfuckers, I'm giving you a real
to this day, open day,
to have a real fucking battle with me.
Open
and
season.
You fuckers are ducking me like a bunch of fucking 55-year-old fucking punk ass bitches.
Yep. Because it's open. It's an open invite, and I've thrown myself into the mix. We've got other folks who are involved. We got folks in this organization that love to fight. So IANF, if you want to even throw it back and be like, well, these IANF fucktards. Look, I'm going to say this out loud right now. We've got enough. We've got plenty of folks in the ranks. You've got nothing. Like this Bujinkan shit ain't got dick.
All I got to say is this. These fucktards ensured that one of your fucking followers and a major portion of the BSMA walked away from you fucks. Tonight, I'll ensure that the public knows that you've associated yourselves with the very thing that you go after every day. You fuckers are dropping like fucking flies, and I'm going to fucking love watching the rest of you drop. And I promise every fucking one of you, I know everything there is to know about you. I know your relatives. I know where you've lived. I know every single fucking thing in the world about who you are, what you do, and trust me, I know the shit even you don't think about, and I fucking challenge you, and I fucking push you to try to see where I can fucking make this go, you stupid fucks.
You stupid fucks. Bro, that's, cherry on top. Look, there's no doubt that, there's going to be something come back, so we'll have to take our stance and go back.
Let them
come back again.
Try to protect their friends, bro.
I'm interested. Yeah, I'm interested.
What are you going to do? Backpedal and say that you're not the guy that you associated with and were in business with?
I'm Tyler.
The sexual deviant, bro. Tyler.
I'm not Cayce. I'm Tyler now. Come on. Cayce is my older uncle now. Leave my Uncle Cayce alone now. He had a hard time. He did some bad things, and he's a good man. That's the thing, though, when it's your fucking family. Oh, he's a good man. He's just he had a hard time. He fucked up. Jethro, my cousin, he fucked up, but he's family, and I love him. That's that type of mentality you'll get from these folks.
You know what?
I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, these folks are at the dinner table.
He done went to college, and you want to know something? He's one of the first Lancasters that did something nice, but he already got in trouble, and he already did his time, so now he can't work as a paralegal. He works at a construction job, and he's getting far too old to work a physical job like that, so I only wonder what's going to happen to him. Goddamn, Tyler.
Tyler, now, come on. Help out your uncle. Can your uncle stay for a little bit? let's talk about what happened a long time ago, Tyler.
And Don Rowley. Here's Don Rowley. Well, I'm going to have to make a post, and I'm going to have to go public and explain to people that I didn't know that, one of my best friends was a rapist and a pile of crap. I'm going to have to go public and let people know now. I'm really going to have to go out of my way to ensure that these people haven't really told the truth about what's really going on. Like, bro, they're a bunch of douchebags. They're a bunch of idiots. Phil dropped. Goodbye, Gerald Graysmith.
Yo, bro, Phil walked. Look, that is huge. Look, let's take 2 minutes. Let's take 2 seconds and talk about that, rather. Phil walked. Phil knows that's the bullshit. He was sick of it himself. Goddamn, that dude wants girlfriends and titties and shit to do and hanging out at fucking Starbucks and way better shit than fucking hanging around on the internet fucking with these asshats. And he walked.
But guess
he
what?
Walked the fuck away.
But guess what? He did walk, and maybe he was thinking about it. But I promise you that I was the finishing touch in him walking.
Hey, bro,
and the
he
reason
even
that
fucking kind of said to me a couple times, he's like, "Hey, is this gonna piss Adam off?"
And if he's listening to this, him and I have an understanding, and that's just fine. Phil.
I like Phil
but
now.
You want to know
like
something?
Phil. He's cool.
What I did to you is the same thing I did to this fucking pile of shit tonight, Phil. And I want all of you people to know, listening, I will not fucking stop. And if you want to bring it to my fucking front door, if you want to see what this shit fucking entails, fucking please do.
Right, because there's more to uncover. Let's say,
by all means,
let's say that Don Rowley isn't Budo Bob Davidson. Well, then who the fuck is that person? Because he claims to have taught children back in the day. I want to know who the fuck that person is. Who the fuck
Budo
is
Bob
H.K.
is fucking
Howard?
Don Rowley.
I believe it's Don Rowley.
Don
too.
Rowley talking to himself.
It's just talking.
Yes,
because he shares Lourdes articles and stuff. It's all too wrapped up in some shit that no one in the fucking world, except for people who are just looking for a quick shit post, like they're sitting on the toilet and they read some shit and they're like, "You're so right, Don. Gosh, this was the greatest shit I've taken. Now it's time to go back to work."
I want people to think about one thing tonight. When somebody writes a biased article about somebody, it's coming from an independent person. It's coming from them personally, okay? That's why it's biased, okay? Now, you could get a person writing a biased article about somebody that's heard information, and then you get a person that writes an article that's actually dealt with that fucking shit personally. Now, I can tell you one of two things. When anybody writes an article, I was a journalist for a long time. I did a lot of investigative journalist studies. I can tell you that the type of person that writes an article in the fashion that they're being personally attacked by this person is the way that Lourdes wrote the last article. So I want to explain something to everybody, and this is not psychology, this is just a fact. If I wrote an article about Don Rowley, it would be very personal. And so you would actually feel it, you would see it, and you would hear it. It would be actually something that sat with you. Mm-hmm. As opposed to somebody just writing an article about somebody that they've heard. Now, if Don Rowley isn't Lourdes, then why did Lourdes take so much offense towards the things that I said about Don as
such
an
a
independent
low blow?
Now, I want people to understand that this doesn't happen psychologically. People do not react in this way. Okay, so if you're you can have people writing an article and it can be biased and they could then, oh, well, hey, I heard about this guy and I heard he did this and that, and very, very nonchalantly talk about him. But in the way that the article was written, it was very personal.
Absolutely.
It was a very personal thing, and you could tell it was personal with the words used and the push to go into Von Rowley's death and the push to go into Ed Martin and what happened to his daughter and the push to go into these things. This is not something that is indicative of a person that is writing an article outside. This is indicative of a person that's taken personal offense. Okay, so that's what I want people to understand is I've never had association, apparently, according to Don, with Lourdes. Even though I've been arguing with his dumbass for a month, 2 months now. But my point is this. He thinks that it's okay for people to just continuously believe that he's not Lourdes when he's giving it away. He's literally showing the fucking world who he is. It's the way that he writes the article. He's going after me personally. He's been personally hurt by me. He's showing it. He's showing it so much he can't stop talking about it.
Hell yeah. Well, bro, and I've seen too, every once in a while somebody will post something and they'll kind of hint towards Lourdes, so they'll kind of be like that, and it's always kind of geared in ways where it's like egging Don on. It's almost like I think Don has his few who fucking know that it's exactly who he is and that sort of thing, and kind of ride the joke wave with him. With that being the case, though, it's like again, it's an inside circle jerk joke. It's like 5 to 8 people who may know about something isn't a community voice. It's not an out loud cry to.
I want to do a major shout out to El Dorado County Police Department, because again, they've been very, very helpful. They're very aware of the situation that's taking place, and they're very, very, very aware of all of these people and what they're doing. So again, I just want to show, a fat shout out to them. They've been super, super helpful in this situation. Again, I told Don once before, he is the product of much speculation in several different area codes. So again, I hope he's ready for what's happening, and I hope he's ready for the damage control, because now you fuckers have to explain why Gerald Graysmith was okay to be a fucking sexual deviant while you guys went after sexual predators.
Bro, I'm going to add just to it. It's like, why are a bunch of you motherfucking old ass pieces of shit playing dress up still? Like, you're afraid of being doxxed? Like, I thought you were like martial arts masters, It's like, what? Yeah. Like, why piss off people if you're gonna hide out and cower? Like, police officers don't get that motherfucking luxury to like write a ticket and then go hide in the car. Like, they have to stay on the beat. They have to do their thing. If you're gonna bring it, fucking bring it and fucking own it, and then don't be pussies and hide behind bullshit.
You know what? You fucking little fucking pusses. You guys fucking please fucking go legal with this. Please fucking make the rebuttal all legal. Please say you're gonna fucking contact your fucking fake attorneys. Please say that you're going to fucking do something. I have so much fucking money, I don't know what to do with it. Please fucking give me a reason to publicly dismiss you motherfuckers permanently. Please.
Bro, it's like that's the other thing too. It's like, yes, oh my god, to get you onto into a stand, a witness stand in a court of law, and then have cross examinations and just our lawyer.
Oh,
just
bro,
our lawyer. Oh my god.
I have over 10 years, bro. I might as well have fucking full dossiers on these fucking assholes, bro. Every single individual one of them, bro, I have information on.
Oh my god, it'd be so great.
Every single one of these fuckers is a pile of shit, and I'm gonna slowly fucking continue to do what I do, and you motherfuckers can eat a fucking dick. Bring it. I don't give a fuck.
Fucking A. Look, that's the thing that I kind of kicked it off when I was like, look, here's gonna be a series of podcasts. I know who's gonna listen to them. I don't really give a shit. My podcasting is whatever the fuck it is. I know who the fuck listens to these, and it's kind of hilarious because the jokes are great. Everything's kind of funny when we talk about the funny fucked up shit. But at the end of the day, they'll listen to us again and again and again via this platform or via this, take notes. They've even mentioned that they take notes.
Oh, dude, the 90% of your views are them.
That's them. And that's what catches me, because there's not many listens. I don't do this for copious amounts of listens. I'm not like that. I'm not out here trying to gain fame as they kind of pin upon me. I'm here trying to have fun. And I know that's impossible for them to understand, because they're completely obsessed with thinking about pedophilia and child rape and things that they say over and over and over. But the rest of us like to have fun.
This is only the beginning.
And it's fun to trash you guys. I'm sorry, yes. it's fun.
All the fucking bullshit over the years.
It's fun to talk directly to you.
All the fucking stupid fuckery you guys are involved with. It's a beautiful fucking thing when you guys push the wrong person. And I fucking promise you, you turds really pushed the wrong people. You really did.
I've always said that. I back 2 years ago when I fired this shit up, I was like, I hate to say it's about these guys, but it's like they pick these weird fucking fights with randos online. And at some point they're going to pick... I'm going to be honest with you, dude. I thought this dude named J.O. was gonna be that guy, because like he sounded a little like he could fucking throw some shit, like snap and show up and fuck some shit up. He sounded a little show up at your doorsteppy, and I kind of thought that he might be the dude. Look, I again, now it's to the point where it's like, even J.O., if we were to hit him up and say, hey, I got a fight set up for you between, Rolly or whoever the fuck, oh my god, he'd be on point too. So there's a number of folks who would just like, again, fall into the point to where they don't like these fucking people. They don't fucking want them around. They don't dig the shit. They don't fucking at all have...
For all the people out there,
yeah,
and for all the people out there that are called frauds, for all the people like Frank Dukes, and for all the people, just know that you guys have been arguing with a sexual deviant.
Bro, point blank.
fucking monster.
Again,
a person that is hidden behind a fucking stupid fucking mask to try to mask his own history so that people won't truly find out what these people entail. Don Rowley, you pile of fucking fuck. You drunk pile of shit. I cannot fucking believe you right now. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself.
It's sick as fuck.
Aligning yourself with a person that is a sexual fucking monster, and you publicly go to battle with people like Ron Collins. You dirty fucking scoundrel motherfucker.
Right?
Yeah, I'm calling you out, you pile of shit.
Bro, point is, and that's just it. Again, we can go back to if he wants to take it to open challenge, if he wants to fight about it, fight about it. If he's just gonna run and make a blog and blah blah blah. And the 8 people, you know, who are gonna like or listen, I've noticed those numbers go down. He'll if he talks about some random off shit, then his little followers and people that like his blogs, they'll jump in and be like, "Yay for you, Don! You really wrote some stuff there." But then he'll come in and be like, "Oh yeah, but you know, remember Adam and John and fucking Ryan Counts." It'll be like a comment where it's like, "Oh man, you know, you always say so," but it's somebody, one of his buddies, you know, like that are in on it. So it's really kind of off-putting, I think, for his regular followers who are just there for the blogs and the shit.
What's he gonna tell us?
They sometimes get off-put when he even talks about the shit with us. So it's like, now explain to your followers why the fuck you're hanging out with. Explain to
all those women. Explain to all those women. Explain to that woman you
like that
about
Shannon lady that loves the fuck out of what he says, which is ironically named Tyler's name.
What about Penny? What if Penny knew that Don Rowley fucking associated with a fucking deviant? A fucking sexual,
because she says herself that guys are probably pedophiles themselves. No, hey, Penny. But your fucking boy Don's hanging out with pedos.
There's no more question. Like, I'm saying this, there is no alleged. Notice there is no potential. Like, every time we talk about Don, this motherfucker is a fucking monster. Straight up fucking sexual crimes. Straight up convicted. Straight up fucking literally charged. Straight up warrants for the arrest. There is no getting around it, you fucking sick fucks. Oh my God, I'm fucking sitting here loving this shit.
Bro, you kind of nailed it today, because when you hit me up initially, you were like, "Hey, look, dude, we got to break some info." And then you took a little bit of extra time to kind of verify everything. I appreciate that, dude, because I like that there was some time in between the initial investigation, the follow-up information, and then I guess this would be the break of the story. So taking that extra time to kind of sit back and do those reviews and do the second checks and the second backs that you've done, I appreciate, because here's my thing. I want to bring good content to the table, but I also don't give a fuck anymore. So it's like, sometimes if the content has to be fucking made, it has to be out there. This is going to be the outlet. So I've had listeners who are like, "Why are you battling with Don?" And I'm like, you don't like it? And they're like, "No." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like, well, why are you doing it? I'm like, "Oh, well, why the fuck do I have to fucking explain myself to any goddamn person on this fucking planet Earth except for my mom?" You know what I mean?
John, we're simple crusaders. Bro, we're just alerting the public to when we find sexual deviants and monsters.
That's exactly what we're doing. And you know what's going to happen, bro? We're going to get a lot of people hating us for this, for bringing this out. We're going to quote unquote make a lot of enemies because we go after child rapists.
Oh man. Oh my God. You know, those poor victims. Oh my God. You know what? Seriously, dude. Like, you fuckers are the disgusting.
You're the pieces of the actual shit. Yes, you are the pieces of shit.
You guys are the ones that people should be fearing.
They should not let their kids around your bullshit. Absolutely.
Fucking running a
Colorado Springs Bujinkan, keep your kids away from that shit. Oh my God. Look at the fucking guy. Who's gonna put their kid near that guy?
Kids away from Cayce fucking Lancaster, who obviously had to leave his paralegal job suddenly to go to a construction job because that big stint in going public just kind of stopped. You want to know something, you fuckers? Again, it's just the beginning. Little fucking kiss for you, Don, because your time's coming too, and all of you guys are going to pay for your shit. And you know what? All we wanted to do was be left alone. All you had to do was leave people alone.
Just leave us the fuck alone years ago. Leave me the fuck alone years ago.
Not fucking attack people.
Well, they stalk me because they're obsessed. I wouldn't even know who the fuck.
Now, Gerald Graysmith, you fucking pile of shit, you're going to be miserable tonight because you're going to be scurrying around trying to figure out a way to convince the public that you're not Cayce Lancaster. Cayce Lancaster, you are Gerald Graysmith. Your ass is going to be scurrying around tonight too. Oh, and Dawn, you're going to be fucking scurrying around tonight too.
But what about Tyler?
Explain to everybody. And what about Tyler? Tyler needs to explain himself too, because he's been handed down the royalty of being a Graysmith investigator.
I gotta hand it to him for answering the phone when I called. You know, I got a quick joke. I got dude was coming out from the spot, and looked at him. I said, "Oh, you got it? You got it already?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like laughing, putting my hand over the phone, I'm like, "You got it already?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, well, thanks, Gerald," and hung up real quick. And then he like immediately responds. He's like, "Oh, you tracked my IP address? Yeah, my sensors were going off." And I'm like, "Well, actually, oh, you tracked my IP address? My sensors were going off." I'm like, "Bro, you ain't got no sensors to tell if somebody is tracing a phone call through fucking Facebook."
You know what's so
Messenger?
dumb is he gave himself away. I'll be completely honest.
I kind of did the major look
IP
for that
check.
reason.
He literally gave himself away by saying we checked his IP. Bro, you look fucking guilty, you stupid southern fuck. Go fucking make some moonshine.
Oh, you
go
checked my
put
app,
some
you traced
boots
me.
on, you fucking dipshit.
I know.
And do relevant.
But I cut an old ass joke that's still fucking funny. Oh, did you get it already? Well, we got what we need. Thanks, Gerald. Click. All right, cool, man. How much you get? Oh, half? Nice. Oh, that smells fucking fantastic. Let's break that up. Fucking. Not, all right, did you get the trace? I got it. Where did he come from? Oh, it came out of Georgia. Oh, great. Now we know where we phone called to for evidence.
Georgia. Yeah, again,
he says he's in Georgia,
bro. I might as well have full dossiers on every single one of these fuckers. I knew that, dude. I could tell you things that would blow your fucking mind, but those are for later podcasts.
There you go. Well, there you go. Well, here's what's up. Here's what's up. Then we'll wrap stuff up because I'm a little higher than a kite, and and I just might.
You have to.
Tyler. Tyler, get in here now. Now sit down, boy. I want to have a talk to you. What are you doing out there playing with them boys who were diddling them kids out there? Now listen, you look at me in the face when I'm talking to you, boy.
Bro, really quick, listen to this. Part of what entails what he was charged for, it says, this is crazy, bro. To employ, use, or allow any person in the sale or service of alcoholic beverages or malt beverages in or upon the licensed premises while such person is unclothed or in such attire, costume or clothing as to expose to view any portion of the female breast below the top of the areola or of any portion of the pubic hair, anus, cleft of the buttocks, vulva, or genitals.
Where's your buttocks cleft?
Bro, like I don't know what. Bro, like
I don't know. That's
like,
a legal jargon.
Like,
We're gonna have to get a lawyer. Are you a lawyer? Yes. You're a hot, sexy lawyer. Can you show me where the cleft of the butt is for legal research?
Well, for Don Roley, this is specifically for Don tonight. Could you show me where the anal cleft is so that I can stick in my 8-inch vanisher?
It's because I do research because I hunt pedophiles, so I need to know. It's interesting to me that there's a fight going still to this day, bro. I'm not trying to hang out with fucking or get around pedophiles. And if you come across a pedophile, report that shit. Look, do the service for that you should do in those. There's rights and wrongs, and that shit is wrong as fuck. So I'm gonna add an exclamation point to pedophiles and pieces of shit like that, and the people that are out there to fucking do fucked up, gnarly, stupid shit. Should go to hell. You know, like I fucking hate you. Go, goddamn, I hate you. Get off my property before you get blasted with some salt shot.
Team Tyler.
Tyler's coming. I told Tyler on you all. He's hanging out in the shed waiting. Wait a minute. What's he doing? I don't know where I'm going with that one. Well, I kind of went back to the Deliverance where it's more like, Tyler here.
Bro,
Tyler's in
so
the
bizarre.
shed working on some.
But I wish those fuckers farewell. You know, I mean, really and truthfully, again, slowly and slowly, the truth is kind of coming to light. And again, Don Roley gets to now explain to every single person.
Just tell us why the fuck you're hanging out with a fucking weird ass fuck.
With a fucking sexual deviant and trying to talk to other people about who they've talked to online, you fucking stupid fuck.
Yeah, bro. And so here's what's up. I put out an open invite. Gerald Graysmith can jump on the show. The current, whoever Gerald Graysmith is that he claims to be now.
Gerald Graysmith.
I'm the new Gerald. He says he's the fourth Gerald, and I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm falling into a trap. It's a trap.
Either way, I want the whole public to know that no matter what, even if Gerald Graysmith comes on as himself, he was still aligned and still associated with a monster, a sexual criminal, and a fucking pile of shit. Goddamn, guys. Goddamn it all to hell. Goddamn it to hell.
Oh, man. That's some cousin fucking shit right there. I'll tell you what, dude. It seems to me that, obviously all jokes aside, there's some bullshit in this bullshit martial arts that I think a lot of people are kind of coming to grips with. So I'm glad that this wrecking ball is wrecking ball. My wrecking ball. My wrecking ball is swinging through. Now, look, again, open invite. Don Roley, jump on the podcast. Let's talk. You could tell us all about your most recent child rape cases that you're working on. Let us know what kind of clues you got. Let us know what's going on out there, Gumshoe Don Roley.
Let us know about your anal cleft.
Anal cleft now, and do you cleanse? And what anal gels do you tend to use? And we're going to get a response back that's going to say something like, they were super interested in Don's genitalia. And I'm going to be like, well, yeah, sure, why not? I mean, fuck, I'm comfortable,
Look, I am interested in his genitalia because I don't think he has a male set of genitalia. I think it's literally a female set of genitalia. I am absolutely interested. I believe it is my opinion that he has a vagina between.
You think he grew up a female and then transitioned?
Oh, 100%. The transition happened. Have you seen pictures of Don?
He's ugly as fuck too, dude. Well, I have no offense to. I mean, I'm just saying it's he's. Ugh.
The apple did not fall far from the tree.
Yeah, no, I mean he's a sight. He's hideous as fuck. And that's the thing. Dude, every so it's I've had girlfriends and wives and fiancés while fucking the decade that I've been battling with this fuck. Each one of them has said that guy's fucking ugly.
Bro, I've taken prettier shit this week than he is, bro.
That's what this is. He doesn't like us because we can do modeling and shit. He doesn't dig us because women aren't disgusted by our appearance. And in fact,
they really love my gear. They really love my Gears of War belt, and I tell them I'm a real ninja. And I will really just
he dresses like a fucking
weirdo
to me.
Oh, bro, if you're a guard, I will trip you and run away.
I'm gonna trip you backwards. I'm gonna use my belt.
Fuck? Where are you going where there's guards? Are you going to
in the guard.
are you in a football game? What guard? Right guard? Left? What are you doing? What guards? You're not in fucking feudal Japan, you stupid motherfucker.
Are you pulling
This
guard?
is America.
I'd like to pull that guard. Pull guard on that guard, let me tell you what. I could see that. I could see him eyeing up a guard at a football game. Right tackle. I look mighty fine in those pants.
I could see them playing Cream the Cracker and him being the cream.
Spread it. Son, spread this. Look, there's two. God damn it. I want to say son because it's the Graysmith handing down the Graysmith here son, spread a little bit. Hey, let your cousin get, or what is it, his nephew? I'm gonna hand this over to my nephew now. Let him get some spread.
Here. Let me touch your left and right testicle at the
come
same
on
time.
over.
Let me weigh them both and let me see which one's a little bit heavier.
I hope I don't get charged for a C57.
How do you pass that down, dude?
It's like he's accepting a mask and a persona of a petter.
He's like, lick my taint, Tyler.
This
lick
mask.
You got to put your tongue on there, Tyler. Lick the whole taint. Make sure you get all the hair in your mouth, Tyler.
I wore the mask, this very mask, while committing the crimes.
God damn it, Tyler. Lick harder, Tyler.
Look at me in the eyes, Tyler. Look. Don't look at me, Tyler. Oh my God, Tyler! I'm not. I mean, I am sorry, but I'm not sorry. He's gonna come back and be like, "My name's not even Tyler, you fucking assholes." Some shit, who knows? I thought it was fucking hilarious that he even answered the fucking phone. So I'm gonna throw the shout out, Gerald Graysmith. If you're listening 2 hours deep into a podcast, sad, pathetic, holy balls, holy balls. Oh man, people who love the shit, they're just listening because like to them, they picture like these ogre looking motherfuckers and this terrible shit, and they're like, my God. I've had people even say, they're like, I'm glad you're talking about the filth and this bullshit because this needs to be explained. Like, why is this in the Bujinkan? I've had one guy say, I can't believe sometimes he's like, I'm trying to figure out a way to do what I do and let go of the Bujinkan association because it's drawn too much drama. Now, look, I'm not going to throw down. The problem. Look, I'm going to throw this shout out because the only two Bujinkan people that I even really fucking like is Ray Girth and Rick Spangler and like their crew, but even they have a dude named Doug Black that hangs out in their crew and is like a Shidoshi or whatever under Rick and all that other shit, or Shidoshi Ho or whatever. And he motherfucking talks. He fucking likes on and Don Rolly, you're so funny. That's so cool. I'm so glad you're a Crusader. And then I got a little pissed because I'm like, fuck, bro, that guy's in motherfucking Haiken. Like, holy shit, or he can. I'm like, what the fuck? Or no, it is Haiken. He can. I can't recall. Haiken Dojo. Yeah. He can. Sorry, my bad. But anyway,
better watch out. Don Rolly might correct you on that.
Fucking A, right? I was saying Haiken, and they were like, it's Haiken, bro. And I was like, oh, my bad. Anyway, the motherfucking, I'm cool with that dude. I'm cool with them. And he teaches kids, and he has shit in his stuff. And I've seen great work from Rick. I think Rick's a great dude, but he went to Japan. He talked to Masaaki and did what he did and did his stuff and came back with his licenses, and he does what he does in a professional fashion. I've seen so many other of these Daishihan, prior Shidoshis before this whole Shihan, Daishihan thing. I've seen them do cool shit, but then I've just seen dojo after dojo after dojo after dojo pop up. They all got these wild one-off names like Tenshin Dojo, Crew Q, Rojo Bujinkan Dojo. And it's like, okay, here's just another fucking Bujinkan Dojo. So it's like, there's no balance there. There's nobody holding anything back. There's no oversight. There's no nothing. It's fucking un-American, bro.
Facts of the matter are, and you can say whatever you want, and this is an opinion, but it's the majority counts, and the majority rules in this opinion. They are not considered an organization that is legitimate martial arts. They are actually looked at and laughed at, and they are actually looked at as an organization that is fucking literally bullshit.
And that's why I kind of had my quarrels with it.
Well, and it doesn't matter. Like, they can say, oh, all day this or that, but there are people that will tell you they're fucking full of shit. Mm-hmm. And they are. And everything that they do is full of shit. Again, they call themselves a martial art, but they want you to trip guards when you're around them and then run away like a fucking bear.
Escape. I get the escape and evade, but it's like,
run
public,
away to Don's house where we can have yakisoba.
But it's like, I'm not gonna escape invade if I got a home intruder. Like, holy fuck, I got kids and shit to protect, Like, there's stuff that I think about sometimes with these dudes where I'm just like, you guys are allowed to say whatever it is the fuck you want, and people will sit there and be like, oh yeah, and they'll just eat that fucking shit up, and they could feed them any bullshit they want, and then they have these like Daishihans like Don, where it's like that bullshit plus this ego or this superiority or this voice of a guardian gatekeeping, like you've put it before. In these we got like about 5 minutes left here, bro. So it's like, that's another part of my point, and we'll probably line this out in future broadcasts. I gotta kind of hold the Bujinkan accountable sometimes for these very same things. Like, you're hanging out with these folks. You got a lot of your people talking with this shit. This guy's hanging out with that guy again and again and again, guys. When is there going to be some oversight? When is somebody going to stand up in that organization and say enough's enough? There's too much chaos. I can't deal with something that you can't round it up. There's no point in owning it or having it.
Here's what I'm gonna finish with. These guys fucking had it coming. They fucking asked for it. And in life, there's such a thing as karma. And karma comes for everybody. It doesn't fucking matter how young you are, how fucking big and fat you are, how skinny you are. It doesn't fucking matter where you're from or how old you are. It's coming. And so for all the stupid shit they've been doing to people, it doesn't matter how they feel about people. It doesn't matter if they think that they're fucking bad people. It doesn't matter if they need to keep their fucking mouths shut. You know, here in America, if you don't have fucking something nice to say, don't fucking say it.
Don't fucking say that shit.
That's how I.
That's why I'm so
told.
fucking sick of this shit.
You know?
That's how I felt in the beginning. I was like, who the fuck are these people? Like, I'm trying to talk about cool shit, martial arts, and these fucks.
Well, and that's the thing. I don't give a fuck what you were taught in fucking Japan, you motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck off
you
with
live
all
in
that.
America, and here in America, people fucking hold people accountable.
Yeah.
So now, you stupid fucks, I'm holding you accountable for fucking literally aligning yourselves with a fucking sexual criminal, with allowing yourselves to continue on in your stupid fucking uneventful crusades where you don't actually do anything. You're all a bunch of stupid fucks. I challenge you to take it to a legal battle, and I also challenge you, if you want to fucking get hefty and hyphy,
yeah,
to come
bro,
to my
come on that physical shit.
fucker.
That's
fucking
bro,
make it happen.
Bro.
You want to know what? All day long, Don Roley, I'm going to throw this out too real quick. We don't have much time, but I'm fucking throwing that challenge out again, you fucking little bitch. And trust me, I will give you every single fucking dollar so that I don't fucking make a dime. I don't give a fuck about the recognition. I won't even personally, you know, I will walk away from fucking Facebook and every platform. All I want to do is to fucking have the whole world see me destroy Don Roley. And Don Roley,
get up in that ass,
I'm
boy.
fucking calling you out again, you little fucking drunk bitch. Stop being a fucking coward and fight me like a fucking man, and stop beating around the bush. You're a fake fucking fraud pile of shit wannabe ninja, and I'm gonna show the world just how fucking fake and fraudulent you are if you care to fucking take me up on my fucking offer.
Bro.
It's always available, and I'll have the fucking fight ready to go in less than a fucking goddamn day.
Oh, bro. When you threw ninja in there, you had me on the edge of my seat. Like, this ninja... I thought we took it to the whole fucking street level right then. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
I can't wait, dude. I can't wait to see how these guys...
Up. That was so good. You fake fraud piece of fucking shit ninja. I was... shit. I'm sorry, bro, but we here... Oh, damn. White kids ain't... Hey, bro, shut up, you white boy. You ain't supposed to talk about that shit. Oh, man, that's so fucking funny. Look,
I'm a white boy from the ghetto, you fuckers, and I fight just like a fucking...
That's some of the things I've talked about in the past. I'm like, they try to come at me like, well, he said gay shit, hetero, or, you know, he's saying gay shit. And I'm like, bro, you don't know fucking me from Adam. You don't know dick shit and who I partied with, what the fuck I've done, or what I touched.
Don Roley is a fucking...
I'm like, don't say that shit to me. And I know when I see some gay shit, and that dude's some gay shit, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm like, look, no offense, but from a dude who's like tried to feel if they are like, I really want to know who I am. You know, I've had my little experiences and excursions as a young lad, and I know I'm straight. You know, I know that I've also partied, you know, with my ex-wife and doing some crazy shit and the swingers and hanging out. You know what I'm saying? And there goes my Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? Actually, nobody can use Bill Cosby now because he fucking drug girls. But anyway, point is, you have something in you sometimes that comes out, and every time that we fucking show a side of us that's that thug or that real shit or that fucking stoner or that sophisticated motherfucker, we get picked at for it. And I'm like, yo, what sides do you motherfuckers have besides pedophile obsessed piece of shit? Because that's all I see. You get from us all these different emotions and attitudes and angles, but from you we just get obsession of pedophilia.
Yeah, that's it.
They're just weird ass pedophile obsessed.
They're like, imagine a dude that was like a fecophiliac, a dude that was like totally obsessed with turd.
Just
that's
the
Don,
poop and shit,
bro.
but he's
just
Don.
Totally obsessed, bro.
I just love the
like he is
stories.
totally obsessed with the turd all digging up in the fucking booby hole, like
he's
hardcore.
Fucking talking fucked up shit nonstop. Guys, look it up yourself. Check it out. That's all they talk about. If you search those two things together, that's how it shows up. You know, you guys.
The locker room humor. They're using the locker room terminology.
Now, that for them, yes, right, but not for us. When it's yes, I love the double standards that just fly with these motherfuckers. So, dude, we've done the service. We're in our last we're in our last 60 seconds here. I appreciate you jumping in, getting the thing done, bro. This has been epic. We throw it to you, bro.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Epic. No, and so look, for listeners in, man, again, you've mentioned, Adam's mentioned, we're going to have follow-ups, we're going to have more coming. I can't wait to hear what we got coming from the fuck sticks and the fuck stains out there. Keep staining America with your bullshit. We will find you. We have a particular set of skills, and with these skills, we will find you.
I don't
Who
have
hunts you
money,
down?
but what I do is have a particular set of
Skills.
skills. I will find Tyler. I will find your whole family. I will find every Lancaster. I will find you, and I will prove to the whole public that you are sexual deviants.
You are sexual.
Thank you.
And a fraud.
And a fraud.
Now. Thanks for listening, everybody. Ninja Podcast again. Not giving a fuck. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace out. All right, get one more in. Tyler!
Tyler! It's Tyler! Tyler!
Tyler!